The morning sun rose over the bustling city, painting the glass towers in gold. Amidst the chaos of car horns and hurried footsteps, a young boy named Arif stood on the corner of a crowded street. His shirt was faded, his shoes worn out, and in his hands was a simple leather backpack, almost empty, except for a notebook and a cheap pen. Arif was the son of a poor farmer from a distant village. His father had spent years toiling in the fields, earning just enough to survive. But after a season of heavy floods that destroyed their crops, the family lost everything. With no money left, Arif's father told him, "Son, I cannot give you riches, but I can give you courage. Go to the city, study, work, and build a life better than mine." Tears welled in Arif's eyes that day, but his father's words burned inside him like fire. And so, with nothing but dreams and determination, Arif boarded a crowded bus and entered the city that never slept. In the beginning, life was cruel. Arif found shelter in a tiny rented room with cracked walls. He studied under the dim light of a street lamp at night because he could not afford electricity. To earn money, he worked at a small roadside restaurant, washing dishes until midnight. Customers hardly noticed him, but every time he scrubbed a plate, he whispered to himself, "This is not forever. My pain has a purpose." His classmates in college laughed at his shabby clothes and mocked his rural accent. Some even told him, "You don't belong here, farmer boy." But Arif stayed silent. He remembered his father's tired eyes and kept moving forward. One day, a notice appeared on the college board. National Science Innovation Contest. Winner gets full scholarship and funding. Arif's heart raced. He had always loved science. Back in the village, he used to fix broken tools with scraps of metal and dream of building machines that could help farmers. This contest was his chance, maybe his only chance, to prove himself. But there was a problem. To enter, he needed to present a working prototype. He had no money, no lab, not even proper materials. For a moment, he felt his dream shatter. That night, sitting under the street lamp, Arif whispered to himself, "Maybe they're right. Maybe I don't belong here. Maybe I should go back." The city roared around him, but inside he felt only silence. Doubt crushed him like a weight. Just then, the restaurant owner, an old man named Karim, walked by. He noticed Arif's tears and asked, "Why so sad, boy?" Arif poured his heart out, telling Karim about the contest, his dreams, and his fear of failure. The old man listened quietly, then said, "Son, pain is not your enemy. Pain is your teacher. It is shaping you into someone stronger. If you quit now, your pain has no meaning. But if you rise, your pain will have a purpose." Those words struck deep. Arif wiped his tears, clenched his fists, and decided, "I will not give up." With renewed courage, Arif began scavenging. He collected discarded wires from garbage, old circuit boards from junk shops, and metal scraps from construction sites. Every night after work, he sat in his tiny room, hammering, wiring, and sketching designs. His hands blistered, but his heart burned with hope. Weeks passed. Arif faced endless trials. His first prototype failed. It sparked and burned. His second model collapsed. Classmates mocked him again, saying, "You'll never win." But Karim encouraged him, sometimes bringing leftover food so Arif wouldn't go hungry. A kind librarian gave him access to old science journals. Step by step, Arif improved. Finally, he built a small but powerful invention, a low-cost irrigation pump powered by recycled energy, designed to help farmers like his father survive floods and droughts. The day of the contest arrived. Arif walked into the grand hall, surrounded by polished students in suits, their projects gleaming with expensive equipment. His hands trembled as he placed his rough, handmade prototype on the table. People stared, whispering, "That poor boy won't last a minute." When his turn came, Arif stepped on stage. For a moment, fear froze him. He looked at the judges, the audience, the shining lights. Then he remembered his father's voice, Karim's advice, and the long nights of struggle. He took a deep breath and began. "I am Arif, son of a farmer. This machine is not perfect, but it is built from scraps, just like my life. And just like me, it has a purpose, to give farmers hope." He demonstrated the pump. Water flowed smoothly, powered by nothing but recycled parts. The judges leaned forward, impressed. The crowd fell silent. When the results were announced, Arif could hardly believe it. He won. The scholarship was his. The funding was his. Tears rolled down his face as the hall erupted in applause. For the first time, Arif felt seen. Not as a poor farmer's son, but as a visionary. News spread quickly. His invention caught the attention of investors and NGOs. Soon, prototypes were tested in villages, and farmers praised his creation. Arif visited his father, who hugged him with pride. "You did it, son. You gave meaning to our struggle." Years later, Arif became a successful engineer and entrepreneur, developing affordable technology for farmers worldwide. But he never forgot the nights under the street lamp, the pain of hunger, the shame of laughter. Instead of burying that pain, he carried it as his strength. Standing on a stage before thousands of students one day, Arif shared his journey. He ended with these words, "Pain is not the end of your story. Pain is the beginning. Every tear, every struggle, every rejection, it is shaping you into the person who can achieve the impossible. Never give up, because your pain has a purpose." The audience rose in applause. Somewhere in the crowd, another young dreamer wiped away tears, feeling a new spark ignite within.